as by the slogan, utumishi kwa wote, service to all, Mr. Speaker, and even the Minister of Interior, CS Murkomen, must be called to order, Mr. Speaker, because this is a lack of foresight, lack of leadership, Mr. Speaker. He must ensure the residents of Krisen, Ruiru Estate must be protected, Mr. Speaker. Finally, on Senator Mundigi, on the issue of mangoes, Mr. Speaker, there is a problem, Mr. Speaker, and you were discussing today in one of the shows, Mr. Speaker, that farmers in this country still have a long way to go, Mr. Speaker. Even as the tea farmers, we are suffering, Mr. Speaker. The issue of bonuses, the issue of pricing. Mr. Speaker, are you aware? There are more than 9 million kilos of tea that is supposed to be auctioned in Mombasa, but it has not been auctioned, Mr. Speaker. What is the net effect? The net effect that it will affect the bonus and prices of tea farmers in this country, where 80% of my farmers grow tea in Nandi County, Mr. Speaker. And even farmers of mango, farmers of nasi, Mr. Speaker, and any other farmers, including of milk and any other dairy farmers, Mr. Speaker, we must stand with them and ensure they get rightful because they feed nation, with this nation. Mr. Speaker, with those many remarks, allow me to give back and my support.
Senator Eddie Okech.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for this opportunity. And I think that I want to appreciate Senator Ledama Olekina for bringing this statement, because we have seen time without number in this country when there is disaster looming and disaster coming, and there is no serious preparedness, there is no readiness, and there is no organization at the national level and at the county level. Even the formation of multi teams that can be able to coordinate between counties and the national, because we know that disaster in this country is something that should be able to have serious coordination between the national government and the county government, because these realities are affecting us at the grassroots level. Between where Senator Dama comes from and where I come from, there's a river called Bogor River, just outside the president's house. And Mr. Speaker, it connects a lot of people in Lolgorian area coming all the way to Narok, and even if you go to all the way to Kilgoris and Migori. That bridge is cut every single disaster time. The Maasai, the Kuria, the Luo from that area cannot do business. And if you look at that area, the cornerstone of all the production that this country is depending on comes from that area. Mr. Speaker, as I'm speaking to you right now, Migori County is border number 3 in the country in terms of connecting Tanzania and actually all the southern country to our country, Mr. Speaker. Do you know that for 3 months now, since the Migori River Bridge was cut, there has not been a proper response to be able to mitigate the problem that we are facing with that place. So it means that every trucks that are coming with goods from all the way from Mariakani, going to the South Africa, going to Mozambique, going to the southern part of this country, Mr. Speaker, cannot be able to be efficiently transported. In fact, the damage is so bad to the extent that the little roads that we now have in Migori County, Mr. Speaker, that we have made with small money we get from Migori County government, with small bitumen here and there, now are equally being damaged because the trailers that are supposed to take goods to Tanzania, are supposed to take goods to Mozambique, now are getting rerouted to small county roads. And Mr. Speaker, you know how we have fought so much for RMLF to be given to counties to maintain roads. So the issue of disaster management, Mr. Speaker, is something that we must take very seriously because they affect our county's economic architecture directly. So what Senator Lama has put here should probably be given priority by the relevant committee, to the extent that, if possible, the hand of the Senate must be in the preparedness that could come because of this El Nino. I support and I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mungatana.
So, Speaker, thank you. I wanted to support the statement by the Honorable Mundigi on mangoes. Mr. Speaker, the problem that Mr. Honorable Senator Mundigi is raising is, for the markets of mango, is similar to what we have in Tana River. First point I want the committee to look at is why is it that sugar, tea, and coffee are given such heavy government support in terms of markets, and mangoes are discriminated, Mr. Speaker? I want, Mr. Speaker, the committee to have a clear discussion. Why is it that 63 years after independence, you are still favoring mangoes, you are still favoring tea, sugar, and coffee, and then you are not looking at mangoes? Mr. Speaker, in Tana River County, for example, we are suffering because even the effort that the ministry did was a fake effort. Coast Development Authority misled the president into opening a factory that was supposed to be crushing mangoes. I attended that function, Mr. Speaker. It was pomp and color. They said that they will be crushing 1.5 million 1.5 metric tons, Mr. Speaker, of mangoes every day. Mr. Speaker, to date, since the day the president was there, it has not worked. It started operating in 2017. On 4th of April 2023, the president commissioned it, but it has not functioned. They said they would be producing mango juice, mango pulp, and it's not working. Mr. Speaker, 245 million was spent on that plant, but it is not benefiting the Galole farmers at Boji. That fruit factory that was supposed to be working with Coast Development Authority has not functioned. So, Mr. Speaker, I am calling upon the committee, when they are looking at the markets for mangoes, they should expand their investigation to cover counties, not only Embu, but also Tana River, so that, you know, Mr. Speaker, the people of Kenya may know the truth. The Tana River people may know the truth. The farmers whose mangoes are rotting in their farms may know the truth. How can a factory be existing in Tana River County? How can the president be able to open such a factory? 245 million put there, and the mango farmers, they don't have a market for it.
Senator Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to make very brief comments on the statement that has been brought to the House by Senator Ledamo Lekina on the emerging El Nino threat. Mr. Speaker, the Secretary General of the United Nations said that every citizen must have access to early warning systems. The warning has been given, but we seem not to be doing anything. From where we sit, where we look at the preparedness of counties from a financial perspective, we must now encourage and push the message that the emergency funds, the disaster funds, must be activated, because that has already been provided for in law. And Mr. Speaker, this country is going to have interesting problems sometimes out of our own making, problems from global shocks. We're already seeing the effects of the Iran war on fuel prices. We're already seeing the effects of the Ebola pandemic, even on the politics of this country. And if El Nino comes, I hope it's not going to be the final straw that breaks the camel's back. Mr. Speaker, Senator who sits behind me, I've forgotten her name just at this very moment, Ezena Lemaletian, has talked about the Council for Nomadic Education. Mr. Speaker, it must be known that nomadic education does not apply only to the Asal and northern Kenya. Even we, the people of the lake, we are fishermen, we are nomadic fishermen, and we want this council to give us that food. And Mr. Speaker, it is wrong that the nomadic fishermen, because we move from Mfangano to Takawiri to Remba to Kiwa to Rusinga, and we go all the way to Sigulu in Uganda and other islands of Tanzania in search of fish. We must also be given this food so that our children can stay in school, and then we come back home. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the relief, the food that is being used by some of our colleagues, members of parliament, out there, which they are distributing to people, Mr. Speaker, we should not use government relief for personal bonga points. Mr. Speaker, we must also ask ourselves how the relief food moved from the Ministry of East African Community, Asals and Regional Development, a ministry that is run by an expert from ODM, and that mandate was sent to the Ministry of Public Service and Human Resource Capital Development. If it was necessary for some elections somewhere, then it needs to be brought back to the relevant ministry. Finally, on Senator Sifuna's statement, Mr. Speaker, I am a CBC parent, and I am extremely concerned that this CBC favors children in private institutions.
Senator Kanja.
Asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipa fursa hii. Kwanza kabisa nataka kuchangia taarifa iliyoletwa na Karongo Dhangwa kuhusu mgogoro wa shamba ambalo najulikana kama Crescent Estate pale Two Rivers. Bwana Spika, jambo hili la migogoro ya mashamba limekuwa ni jambo sugu. Na huyu ambaye anajulikana kama Willy Kihara ametajwa hapa. Na si sehemu hiyo peke yake Bwana Spika. Ukienda wote upande wa Imani Ruiru, amekuwa na haya mambo ya kufuatilia mambo ya mashamba ambayo hawa watu ambao wanataka kuwafukuza na vile vile kuwaletea wakora waweze kuwahangaisha. Bwana Spika, hawa wana hati miliki za mashamba. Wengi wao hata wamechukua Bwana Spika mikopo na zile hati miliki za mashamba. Kwa hivyo wana haki kisheria kuishi katika zile sehemu. Hawa watu tayari wameripoti hawa wakora na majangili ambao wanawasumbua. Lakini maafisa wa usalama ama maafisa wa ujasusi hakuna jambo lolote wamelichukua. Hatua yote ambao wamechukua. Kwa hivyo kamati inayohusika Bwana Spika inapaswa iangazie jambo hili kwa kindani, mapana na marefu, ndio aweze kuleta uwiano katika jamii Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, kuhusu chakula ambacho kinapeanwa katika shule na taarifa iliyoletwa na Hezena. Bwana Spika, kunapaswa kuwe na watu wawe kuna usawa Bwana Spika. Chakula hiki Bwana Spika katika wizara ambayo imepelekwa Bwana Spika sasa kimekuwa kitumiwa badala ya watu kupewa wale wanaohitajika kupewa Bwana Spika, kwa sababu katika